Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Nike fading in tennis? From Roger Federer to Coco Gauff, 5 stars who quietly left the brand. For decades, tennis didn't just belong to Nike, it wore Nike. The swoosh was stitched into sports mythology, neon headbands in the Agassi era, gladiator grit with Rafael Nadal, quiet dominance with Serena Williams, and global elegance through Roger Federer. If tennis had a fashion language, Nike helped write its grammar. And yet, something curious has been happening. Not with explosions, not with press conferences or public feuds, but quietly, contract by contract, season by season, some of the game's most recognizable stars have stepped away from the brand that once defined tennis cool. This isn't a breakup story filled with drama. It's a slow drift, a shift in gravity. Here are 5 tennis stars, from legends to modern icons, who quietly left Nike, and what their departures might be telling us about the future of tennis sponsorships. 1. Roger Federer, the departure that changed everything. If Nike was once tennis royalty, Roger Federer was its crown jewel. For 24 years, Federer wore Nike. Not just wore it, embodied it. From baggy early 2000s fits to minimalist mastery, Federer's evolution mirrored Nike's own transformation. Wimbledon whites, US Open night kits, custom RF logos, limited edition sneakers that sold out in minutes. Then, in 2018, it ended. No farewell campaign, no dramatic announcement, just silence, followed by a revelation that stunned the tennis world. Federer signed with Uniqlo. The deal wasn't about shoes. Nike kept the RF sneaker rights initially. It wasn't about aesthetics. It was about time. Uniqlo offered Federer something Nike wouldn't, a long-term commitment beyond his playing career. Nike bet on youth and performance curves. Uniqlo bet on legacy. And Federer, already thinking in decades rather than seasons, chose the future. His quiet exit wasn't just the loss of a player. It was a first crack in Nike's tennis empire. 2. Coco Gauff, the prodigy who chose a different path. Coco Gauff was exactly the kind of athlete Nike usually keeps forever. Young, charismatic, American, marketable across generations. She wore Nike as a junior. It was expected she remain with the swoosh as she climbed the rankings. But in 2018, before Grand Slam titles, before global superstardom, Coco made a bold move. She signed with New Balance. At the time, some saw it as a risk. New Balance wasn't considered a tennis powerhouse. Nike dominated courts and culture, but Coco wasn't chasing dominance. She was chasing identity. New Balance didn't want her fit into an existing mold. They wanted to build around her, her voice, her activism, her individuality, her story as a teenager navigating fame with purpose. While Nike excelled at mass appeal, New Balance offered personal attention. Years later, as Coco lifts major trophies and speaks confidently on and off the court, her decision looks prophetic. She didn't leave Nike loudly. She simply never let it define her. 3. Maria Sharapova, when control slipped away. Maria Sharapova's relationship with Nike was once a fairy tale. She was grace and power, fashion and ferocity, a global icon who transcended tennis. Nike built entire campaigns around her elegance, sleeveless dresses, icy confidence, unapologetic dominance. Then came 2016. Sharapova's suspension didn't just pause her career. It tested Nike's loyalty. The brand suspended its relationship almost immediately. There was no public feud, no scorched earth, just distance. When Sharapova returned to tennis, she returned without Nike. She later built her own brand, Sugarpova, and embraced independence. By the time she retired, Sharapova no longer needed a sportswear giant to validate her image. Her exit marked a subtle shift. Nike, once known for standing by its stars through controversy, was becoming more cautious, more corporate. Sharapova didn't announce her departure. She simply outgrew the relationship. For Kei Nishikori, when global markets matter more than logos. Kei Nishikori wasn't just a tennis player. He was a movement. Japan's first male Grand Slam finalist. a bridge between cultures, a quiet superstar in a booming Asian market. For years, he wore Nike. Then, without spectacle, he transitioned to Uniqlo, the same brand that would later sign Federer. The reasoning was strategic, not emotional. Uniqlo saw Nishikori not just as an athlete, but as a cultural ambassador, a symbol of modern Japan, a face that resonated far beyond tennis courts. Nike, increasingly focused on global superstars with explosive personalities, didn't fight to keep him. Nishikori didn't complain. He didn't explain. He simply aligned with a brand that understood his audience better. 5. Andre Agassi, the icon who walked away before it was trendy, before Federer, before Nadal, before Serena. There was Andre Agassi. Neon shorts, denim ads, rebellion in motion. Agassi was Nike tennis in the 1990s. But after retirement, the relationship slowly faded. No official goodbye. No ceremonial ending. As Agassi transitioned into coaching, philanthropy, and mentorship, Nike's focus shifted to newer faces. Agassi remained respected, but no longer central. His quiet exit feels symbolic now. Nike once thrived on bold personalities who challenged norms. Over time, the brand began favoring scalable, system-friendly stars. Agassi didn't leave angrily. He left historically. Is Nike really fading in tennis? Not exactly. Nike still sponsors major stars, still dominates sneaker culture, still shapes tennis fashion. But the nature of power has changed. Players today want more than apparel. Long-term security, creative control, identity ownership, global cultural alignment. Brands like Uniqlo and New Balance offer fewer athletes more attention. Nike offers many athletes global exposure. Neither approach is wrong. But tennis, a sport built on individuality, may be drifting toward partnerships that feel personal rather than monumental. The quiet revolution, what unites Federer, Gauff, Sharapova, Nishikori, and Agassi isn't rebellion. It's timing. Each left Nike at a moment when their personal vision no longer aligned with the brand's direction. No headlines scream betrayal. No statements accuse injustice. They simply chose something else. And that might be the loudest message of all. Final thought. Nike didn't lose tennis overnight. But tennis, slowly and thoughtfully, has been reminding the world of something powerful. The greatest players don't just wear brands. They become brands. And sometimes, the boldest move isn't staying loyal. It's knowing when to walk away quietly. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.